Hi there, I'm Danny. I'm from England and I'm currently living in Chiang Mai, Thailand, living the life of my dreams as a health coach and just helping people achieve amazing health like I've managed to.
Okay, so you obviously used to be very ill.
Yeah, I used to be very ill. I embarked on my raw vegan journey in 2013. I used to suffer with major depression, ulcerative colitis, hyperhidrosis, anxiety, paranoia, delusional thoughts, chronic fatigue and a load of other minor health issues as well.
Oh wow, that was quite a list.
Yeah, it was
so
quite
like
a list.
what was your life like back then?
My life was, I was going in the wrong direction in life. I used to be a drug addict and I did used to sell drugs as well, and I was hanging around with the wrong people and I didn't love myself at all. I hate myself, I hated the world, and I almost killed myself twice from drugs, and I believe that if I hadn't embarked on this health journey, then I would have ended up in prison or died. And I used to eat the most awful diet, like as much meat as possible, as much protein as possible, and it was just destroying like my whole mental health and physical health. And I just got to a point in life where I was like, I cannot do this anymore, so I had to make a shift.
So how did you feel the symptoms from your various illnesses?
As in like...
Yeah, did you like have things you couldn't do, or...?
Oh yeah, well with the chronic fatigue, literally I couldn't even do things in my life. I'd walk up the road and have to collapse on the floor and not even be able to move. And my depression, I would be like, I have an amazing life, but why am I so depressed just sitting there? And my house was a mess, my life was a mess, and I just couldn't participate in life, and I felt so dead in life. And I just couldn't get on with the things in life that I wanted to do. I couldn't even get on with doing like washing up and stuff like that. It was so bad. It just destroyed my life.
And what were you working at the time?
No, I wasn't working at the time, which was lucky. But for most people, they are working, and there is a lot of people in these situations. So yeah, it's not good. Did
you try anything to get well?
I tried in the past certain supplements and certain spiritual healing and stuff like that. That helped a little bit, but nothing to the degree of when I embarked on like a raw food diet alongside detoxification.
Right. And what about medication? Like, did you go to the doctor?
No, most of my family were all medication, but I always refused it. I'd always been against pharmaceuticals because they're chemicals at the end of the day, and we're not made for chemicals.
Right.
So yeah, I totally refused them.
Okay. And so, yeah, is there any particular like struggle you want to talk about? Something that was the hardest?
The major struggle was my major depression, because I'd suffered with it so long, and like the hardest thing that I found about the health journey was actually staying to it consistently, because you have a lot of people around you. For example, when I changed my diet to a raw vegan diet, you have a lot of temptations around you. You have a lot of your family members that don't necessarily agree with it, and people trying to get you to eat other foods because they think what you're doing is dangerous. So I find in social situations and stuff like that, it can be like really, really hard, and it was for me at certain points. So a lot of time I had to be socially isolated, and yeah, there was no one in my area that was into this lifestyle as well. So I had to be quite isolated, but it was a good thing because it made me work out who I was, what I wanted in life, and made me work on my inner self and like help me sort of overcome my health problems.
Right. So can you talk about how you came in, like discovered this diet?
Well, I can't remember exactly how I found out this diet, but well, before I was on a high carb, low fat, low protein raw vegan diet. I was doing high fat raw, which destroyed my health.
So gourmet raw food?
Yeah, gourmet raw. I found out about through people like David Wolf and stuff like that that just sell you potion and powders that are just trying to make money from you at the end of the day.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden I went round one of my friend's house. I was suffering really badly with the chronic fatigue and major depression from the raw food diet, the high fat raw food diet, and even prior to that I had all my health problems as well. And then yeah, I went round a friend's house, showed me a video of Durian Rider eating like a big banana smoothie, and I was like, well, this isn't working for me. Got loads of ripe bananas, tried it, and boom, like my chronic fatigue and major depression was gone from that day.
Oh wow.
So I was obviously very glucose deficient, so to speak. So yeah, absolutely.
So literally within a day?
Literally within a day. And for me, I'm one of these people that have like what's called a high metabolism. So when I use things that are very good for me, I get effects, the positive effects really quickly. So that necessarily won't work for you. Some people take weeks, months. So don't expect that to necessarily happen to you.
Right, right. And then what happened from then on? Did you just go fully raw from day one to day to another?
Yeah, I went fully raw from that day, but there was loads of times that I did slip up with eating cooked food. The main reasons was due to not eating enough calories and also not eating enough greens, because what a lot of people think on this lifestyle is you only get hungry if you are under eating, but that is not true, because I kept eating more and more and more and more,
Right.
like 5,000-6,000 calories a day, doing no exercise, and I was still hungry, and I go back to cook food. But what I actually learned from certain people, which is quite hard information, we get hungry for micronutrients, specifically minerals, and fruit is very low in minerals due to soil depletion
Right.
in today's age. So by eating enough tender green leafy vegetables every single day, I found that I stopped getting the cravings completely.
Right,
and when I
right.
started using that with my clients as well, they found that they could finally stay fully raw as well. So
Okay.
it's something people should be fully aware of.
Right. And today, how do you feel?
I just feel absolutely amazing. I overcome every single mental health and physical problem, and it's enhanced me like in so many sort of spiritual ways as well.
Right.
And it transformed my whole life. It made me see the outside world from a more positive view. It started to give me like greater mental clarity. It started to make me get rid of all the bad people in my life, all of the negative things in my life. It made me clean up my whole life. And I'm now literally at the point where I'm living in Thailand 365 days of the year as a health coach and detoxification specialist, training every single day. And like I said, I used to have like chronic fatigue. Now I've done things like cycle for 8 hours solo.
Wow.
And like I can just keep going and going and going. It's like,
Yeah.
and I do loads of running every day, loads of cycling. I'm running a business. I'm doing so much in my life. I'm constantly go, go, go.
Okay.
And it just transformed
Yeah,
my
I can
whole
hear
life.
you're very
And
excited.
and I literally get to live the life of my dreams. And this was just over 2 years ago. I hated my life and
Wow.
hated the world, like I said.
Wow.
And now I just feel this deep sense of inner peace
Yeah.
within myself, and then that reflects back to you in your outside world as well.
Wow.
So,
That's
yeah,
amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you
saved
could
my
go
life.
through all the diseases, like, is there any remnants of any of it?
No, none whatsoever. They're
No.
absolutely completely gone. And the longer I'm on this lifestyle and doing detoxification, my health just keeps improving, like
Wow.
all the time. And it's like the energy levels I have is like when you see like kids,
Yeah.
their energy levels are so high all the time. That's like
Right.
me. So yeah, it's very, very interesting.
And do you have a final good advice for somebody who suffers from what you used to have?
I say for anyone that suffered what I have, get on a high carb, low fat, low protein, raw vegan diet, or at least as much as you can with a
Right.
little amount of cooked food. But make sure you're not overeating, and make sure you're consistent, and make sure you are getting early nights, preferably like 8 to 10 p.m, no later than that. Because when you're actually sleeping, your body is regaining nerve energy, and that is the #1 healer for your body and for detoxification. So yeah, it's all about the consistency, and try and learn as much information as you possibly can from people like Douglas Graham from the 8-10 Den book, Don Bennett, David Clean, and people like that, and just gather, and people like Louise as well. Try and gather as much information as you can. Do not just follow one raw food teacher, get a broad spectrum and try out the things and see what works for you. But I always recommend, if you can find someone like a health coach like Louise, myself, or whoever you feel that you're drawn to, it's really good to try and find someone like that, because we've made all the mistakes so you don't have
Yep.
to. So it just helps get you on track a lot easier. If I could have found someone like myself that can offer the information that I can to you, I would have paid so much money to have someone like that in my life.
And just the final one, what is the name of your channel or webpage?
I have my Sunfruit Dan website, and also my website, my YouTube channel, sorry. And yeah,
Sunfruit Dan.
Yeah, Sunfruit Dan is my YouTube channel, and my website sunfruitdan.com.
Okay.
And if you want to contact me with any help, if you need any health information, then just let me know.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your
Yeah,
story.
you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a great day. Bye.
Bye.
Hvis du gerne vil vide mere om, hvordan du kan forbedre dit helbred, så er der 2 ting, du kan gøre lige nu. Det første, det er, at du kan abonnere på mig her på YouTube, og så vil du modtage videoer hver gang jeg laver en ny. Det andet, det er at gå ind på min hjemmeside og hente min gratis Kom i gang guide, og samtidig vil du også modtage nyheder fra mig og endnu flere gode videoer, der kan forbedre dit helbred. Min hjemmeside, det er www.rask.raw.dk, og det eneste du skal gøre, det er at klikke på skærmen nu.